Hello, everyone. And I put in 7 questions to the developers a little while ago, and I'm sure it took them a little bit to get back to me because of getting all the answers together. But I wanted to run through all the questions and, of course, the answers that they gave back to me. My first question was about the defection rate of vassals. Now, this is something that I did release in a video on Sunday why I think this is happening. Their initial response is that they're investigating. As far as they know, it's not intended but a consequence of Siege AI getting better, causing increased clan count from rebellions. And this is overfilling kingdoms. Now, this is something that I released in 2 separate videos. And while I still think my video is accurate, I think that my video deals more with the early game, and thanks to, I hope I'm saying his name right, Swally1, who sent me a clip, I think there definitely is something going on late game. And this could be the explanation as to what is going on. Thankfully, the developers are aware of it, as you can see from their response, and they are working on it. But definitely something is happening late game, whether you're getting too many vassals or they don't have enough vassals, and is causing it to very easily have vassals leave you. So there definitely is something there, and hopefully the Tail World developers can figure that out. Are there any plans to have it so the player death rate could be altered? Some have a low chance. Now, I've heard from a lot of people that they do not like how small the player death rate is, which at the start is 2% and couldn't go below 1%. This is a suggestion I will present to the team. We previously discussed this, but adding extra options is not always the best choice. I think you could agree to not add options to everything in the game. So at least they will bring it up to the team. Maybe we can get another maybe 3 bars where we can say 2, 5, and 10%. Now, unfortunately for me, I accidentally labeled 3 twice. So the any plans on to make oil and wine consumables again did not get answered. That is unfortunately my fault. But going to the next one, why are shop prices to buy nearly doubled, yet profits didn't really increase much, making it take longer to make profit from it? Shop prices are increased to make them later in the player progression line. The profits are generally increased, but not as much as you already said. I will bring this to the team to discuss. As I put in my workshop video, in the first 200 to 300 days, prices are through the roof. But as the economy stabilizes, so do the actual profits you make. And I don't think that's what Tail World is looking at, is later in the game when those prices come down. But it's made it much harder for you to buy shops at the beginning part of the game. Any chance of increasing part unlocks with the new system? It's estimated to take 4 to 9 hours to unlock all the parts. Is Tail World happy with that? I'm considering a 20 to 25% increase in the unlock speed. Do you think such an increase would suffice, reducing it to 3 to 7 hours? This is something I replied back to him and told him to make the change as quick as possible. I will go ahead and retest the results to find out and see whether or not that would be acceptable or not. So hopefully he will make that change. I can test it, get back to him, and we can see how well it goes. But you could see from his discussion, he was already considering it. Are lords holding other lord prisoners in their parties and not dropping them off in dungeons intended, or maybe a side effect of the dungeon limit? This is a bug. It will be fixed. So thankfully, lords will go back and you can do prison breaks again. Clan parties dropping off prisoners in dungeons instead of selling so they get no roguery. Is that intended? Or can we get an option on which we could rather do? This I will bring to the team to discuss. So hopefully we can get the option of whether or not we want them to be put in the dungeon or we want them to sell them. Lastly, we can't trade with clan parties. This is a huge issue since they don't take enough food variety for the steward skill, and we can't give them food to help. I will look into this if we can at least make them buy different kinds of food. So while it doesn't look like we're going to be able to trade food, they're going to look into the code to see to make sure that they can buy different types of food. So these are 7 issues out of 8 because I messed up on the numbers that I put to the developers, and these are their responses to it. So hopefully I will get more word on some of these issues here very soon, especially when it comes to the part unlocks. They're looking at already going to head to do that increase, and I can get that testing done. And if I find out any more, I will let you guys know as soon as possible. So here are some answers. I'm going to keep trying to get more out of them. We are getting closer to full release. So hopefully we can get a little more of these questions asked and answered from the developers. Until next time, my friends, take care and thanks for watching.